Hi everyone, it's Mario Vegas and welcome back to Tank Zone. This time we will talk about Fox, and the full name for this vehicle is FV 721 Fox. FV stands for Fighting Vehicle. Let's start with stats, then most suitable retrofits for this vehicle, crew, skills and command, and then we will summarize pros and cons about this nice vehicle. And as you can see right now, vehicle has no retrofits. We will pick them together during review, and we will pick another command as well. Right now, assigned command is Rachel because she has conditional skills which do not influence stock stats. So let's start. Okay, let's start with stats. 28 damage and 290 millimeters penetration. These stats are for AP ammunition. For HE rounds, it is correspondingly 16 millimeters penetration and 63 damage. For partial damage, 42, and for non-penetration hits, damage is 21. I try to use autocannon as little as possible because of two reasons. First, it drastically and very quickly reduces your camo to zero. And secondly, as Fox is a scout track and you play as a scout, you either scout close and do not reveal your position by firing, or if you scout from reasonable distance, then your AP ammunition loses effects and tend not to penetrate, becoming kind of useless, and HE rounds do not have enough firepower. 9346 damage per minute. It is autocannon stats. For guided missiles, it is 4900 DPM. Missiles have 900 millimeters penetration, 620 damage on penetrating hits, and on non-penetrating 124. 0.59 seconds reload time. Again, it is for autocannon ammunition. For missiles, it is 3 seconds within launcher, and for full reload it will take 12 seconds. And exactly missiles are the ammo that I suggest to use the most on this vehicle, and there are again two important reasons. First one, missiles have less noise and they reduce your vehicle's camo less than if you would fire autocannon. And secondly, penetration and damage rates are much higher than that. Significantly it increases your risk-reward ratio in case if you've been spotted, right? And last thing to mention at this section is that the Fox has designated target ability. Defense. The vehicle has 1300 hit points, not much, which again should be taken into account considering your gameplay tactics. So concealment and stealth must be priority number one playing with Fox. Regarding armor, there is not much to say. It is paper against any ammo type and any caliber of ammo except autocannon HE. Yeah, Fox has full around protection against the autocannon HE ammunition. Mobility, 100 kilometers per hour, top speed is very good top speed. It is not the highest in the game, but it is highest in the tier. And the Fox has improved reverse feature that allows it to drive backwards fast. It is very useful and a handy feature, especially when it comes to fast maneuvering in cases if you've been spotted or accidentally drive into some kind of obstacle structure. Same I can say about acceleration. Acceleration 2.43 seconds is brilliant and absolutely sweet. Important and very useful feature to remember is that if this vehicle moves slowly, it does not lose any camo percentage and can effectively creep around the battlefield very, very effectively doing scouting. At this point, I would like to suggest two driver skills: off-road driving, which one is without discussion, and field repairs. Regarding field repairs, opinions may divide, but in this case, in case of the Fox, I think it is more useful than, for example, smooth ride, because of three reasons. First of all, you want to minimize autocannon use due to its detrimental effects on your camo, right? You will consider and will use anti-tank guided missiles mostly because of stealth considerations, penetration, and damage rates, right? And thirdly, if you have damaged tire, it will highly decrease maneuverability, which is your only chance to escape destruction if you've been spotted. Utility: 37 to 42% camo as a stock. It is more than great. It is excellent. It is highest per tier. Outstanding vision: 480 meters on the move and 510 meters while stationary. It's because this vehicle has recon package. Additionally, recon package drastically decreases spotted by enemy indicator in PvP mode, which is not meaningless for the scout. And to increase this vehicle's edge in concealment and spotting abilities, I suggest to pick following retrofits: optics, electro-optical absorbing paint, and active IR optics. Optics increased our vision range up to 515 meters on the move and 545 meters when stationary, which of course it is overkill because maximum spotting range in armored warfare is only 534 meters, but to increase our effectiveness as a scout while we move, we need these optics. We have no other chance, so we need these optics. Electro-optical absorbing paint. It is highly recommended retrofit for this scout track in particular. It boosted our camo while we stationary up to 50%. So, and the active IR optics will increase spotting through foliage by 60%, which is again highly recommended for scout, but it will decrease our foliage camo factor for 20%. So, although spotting mechanics are not as simple as it may look, I try to explain how this setup works in real life and why, in my opinion, you should pick exactly these retrofits. First, there are only three steps. First, optics will boost our vision range up to 515 meters on the move, and you will get full vision while stationary. It is 534 meters vision. Secondly, paint will increase your camo by 8%. Yeah, by 8%. Therefore, decreasing opponent vision by the same amount. For full vision, it is down to 491. If your opponent had full vision, now he or she has only 491 meters vision because of this paint effect. And thirdly, you will decrease your opponent's foliage camo ratio by 60%, right? But you will lose only 20% from your own camo, foliage camo rating, effectively gaining 40% foliage camo factor advantage. And if you pick a spotting tactic from concealed stationary positions, it is drastically increasing your odds to win a spotting duel. So, and if you mostly spot from stationary concealed positions, especially if it comes to close range spotting, then there are two commanders to consider. One is Erin O'Connell, who is excellent scouting commander because of her spotting through the foliage, camo, and foliage camo factor increased skills. Unfortunately, I started to play the game when she was no longer available to get in game events. Nowadays, you can get her only from loot crates, well, people say so, so I don't have her. But if you do not have Erin, Sabrina can fit well enough for this job. Let's pick her. As you can see, she improved our vision by 8.8 meters, camo by 4%. Additionally, she improves spotting through foliage by 6.6%, foliage camo factor by 6.6% as well, and reduces a bit of camo penalty when firing. Targeting. Minus 14 degrees depression, 40 degrees elevation. These are satisfactory stats if you decide to fire from uneven terrains like slopes or things like that. Point 112 accuracy, which in my opinion is good enough and kind of irrelevant actually, because you will mostly either fire missiles or not fire at all. And if you decide to fire on moving target when you move, I recommend you to use target lock option. Aim time 2.04 seconds. But again, it is not an issue if you use missiles, right? And great 54.93 degrees per second turret traverse. At this point, I would like to suggest the following loaded gun skills: Sting like a bee and explosive shells. I picked these skills because I use Sabrina to even more improve module damage chance and improve anti-tank guided missiles controllability. Now let's do a quick pros and cons recap and finalize this review. Pros: good missile penetration, 900 millimeters. Sure, it's very good. Great maximum speed, 100 kilometers per hour, and acceleration 2.43 seconds. Good. Great camo and vision. Cons: well, moderate damage even for anti-tank guided missiles. For missiles, it's only 620. It is kind of on the edge of a con, I would say. Armor: paper armor, zero armor, no defense. Only thing, you must rely on your speed. And long reload time, 2.04 seconds, which may not be looked as a con because it may be irrelevant if you use only missiles and mostly scout, not using autocannon in long ranges. But anyway, let's leave it as a con. And you know what? Actually, to be honest, I would say this vehicle has no cons. It has only pros. Because as you can see, cons are not relevant for a scout track and you can easily avoid to be detected. So armor thickness loses importance, right? And you can use missiles, so aim time loses importance. So basically, this is very good, very recommended, and very enjoyable track from perspective of gameplay. So I really enjoyed the time when I played with this track. It's really good as a scout track. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching and following Tank Zone. Have a wonderful day, success in the game, and I will see you in next episode.